Welcome to Family Gamer TV. Now, we've been looking at Nintendo 3DS, we've been looking at Nintendo Wii U. We've gone through all the features and all the games that we think will be great for your family. But one thing we wanted to revisit as we approach the finishing of the holiday season are Amiibos. Now, they've popped up in a bunch of games we've covered, but let's have a look at them in detail. So these are these plastic figurines. We've got Bowser here. And each of them stands on their base. They look a little bit like Skylanders, but they function quite differently. So they work across different games. You can buy them on their own. Some of them come packed with different games. But when you place them on the Wii U gamepad for the games they're compatible with, or on the 3DS if you've got a new 3DS, or you can use the NFC peripheral to use them with the 2DS or the original 3DS, they unlock various things in different games. That maybe is a costume in Mario Kart. Maybe that's a particular weapon in Hyrule Warriors, or maybe that is coming in as a partner to play with you or against you in Super Smash Bros. Or in Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. There's a nice game-to-game feature here of these different Amiibos because they work across different games and each of them have different functions. So if you're looking at extending your experience in Nintendo games at Christmas, it's a nice way for grandparents and for other members of the family to buy a gift that doesn't cost all that much, and that will extend the experience and also will extend the collection of Amiibos. And as you can see on our shelf here, they come in all different shapes and sizes. Probably the most unusual of them all is the Yoshi. He's actually made of wool, it's all squishy, and he's got that Amiibo feature on his base there. We've also got some special editions from Skylanders. So again, we were looking at Bowser earlier. This is the Skylanders crossover Bowser. You can see him there, and it has a switch on the bottom, so you can switch it between Skylanders and Amiibo mode, and that means it functions both, and you can get that in the starter pack for Skylanders, and also there's a vehicle there as well. If we look across, we've got Splatoon Girl here. Again, if you bring her in to Splatoon, you can buy her on her own or with the game. That means that she unlocks special levels, which in turn grants you more stuff to collect in the game, and the list goes on really. I've got Toad here, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. If you use him in that game, he will unlock a special mode where you can hunt for Toad in each of the levels. It turns the game into a sort of a hide and seek and really opens up a whole different way to play Captain Toad. Now recently, as well as the Amiibo figurines, there have also been added Amiibo cards. Now these include the Smart Amiibo chip in them and in many ways work in similar fashion to an Amiibo figurine. They're sold in foil packs, in packs of 3, and they're a lot cheaper, much more collectible. The first set is out already and my kids have already been collecting that. There's an annual to put them in, and there's 100 in that first season, and there'll be subsequent seasons as well. Now these work in games like Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer to bring in the characters on the cards, but they also work in other settings as well. They work in Amiibo Festival, so you use the cards to control that board game, to throw the dice. You place it on the Wii U gamepad and you lift it off and it throws the dice. But equally, in the game themselves, you're using these cards to control the different actions and the different aspects of each character, whether it's the dice, whether it's the star sign, whether it's their rock, paper, scissors feature, is used in the game as you battle against other players or against the computer. So that's a nice way, I think, to extend that Amiibo franchise. One thing to remember is that while you're working from game to game, although you can read from your Amiibo, got a retro pixelated Mario here, from any games you like at the same time, you can only write to your Amiibo from a particular game, so you need to work out which game you're going to use them on currently, and then once you've done with that, then you move them on to the next game and you can start writing data for them. So we started off with Smash Brothers with some of our characters, and since then we've moved them on. And Mario Party's been another game where we've used them and started to write data to those Amiibos. There's a nice sense of transitioning from one game to another so that your Mario character has not only existed in one particular space, but has travelled with you through these different games and is your guy, your Mario that's shared some of those adventures, and I quite like that perspective. Now what I thought I would do is end our look at Amiibos with a special look at Yoshi. We've had lots of different Yoshi Amiibos. So first of all, we have him here. As you can see on the base, as each of the Amiibos are themed to a particular game or a particular collection. So here we have Yoshi from Super Smash Bros. You can see him walking along there. But that didn't end there for Yoshi. We also had a Yoshi that came out. He's got that Mario Kart sort of checkered base there. He's more of a static pose. Looking really cute. And of course, as we said earlier, then in Yoshi's Woolly World, you've got that ability to bring in a double Yoshi of different sorts, and to store some of your progress in the game on our little woolly Yoshi. But it did not even end there, because I've got something here which I'm going to unbox for you today, which is a Mega Yarn Yoshi. So you can see he's absolutely big in the box. Certainly that would make a nice present for someone. You do have to be quite hot on some of these and make sure you get to the store to get them in time before they sell out, because they've become really popular. So let's have a look at Mega Yarn Yoshi here. So here we are, Mega Yarn Yoshi. He does feel really big, really cuddly. I want to give him a little cuddle. But that set aside, he has the NFC chip in his foot there, rather than underneath him as the little mini Yarn Yoshi, and it's really big. Look at that. It's great. If I bring the small one up as well, you can see for a size comparison just what they're like. So there's the little Yoshi, and there's the Mega Yarn Yoshi as well. So as you can see, there's a lot of sort of fun and sort of frivolity with amiibos, and it's a nice way to extend that gameplay from the game into the real world. And I like how they go from game to game, and they're not really competing with the likes of Skylanders and Disney Infinity, but they're their own thing. They certainly proved really popular, and we're seeing amiibos coming out now from third parties. They've been licensed to some of the indie developers. There's a Shovel Knight amiibo that I really like the look of too. So if you're looking for a way to extend your experience, if you're looking for a gift for the Nintendo fan in your household, do have a look at amiibos. That's all we've got time for today. I hope that's been useful. We've rounded up 3DS, we've rounded up Wii U, and now we've rounded up Amiibo for you. Do subscribe to the channel. We'll be in the comments answering any questions, probably asking some of our own just as soon as this video goes live.